Hi everybody, Hellcracks here. Just doing a little update for the channel. Also, kind of showing off what I'm gonna work on. We got Mini Warmutt has his little thing painting challenge going on, so I'm gonna join that for the month of September. I have a lot of stuff I got to work on, so just gonna show you what I did in the month of August. So this is my update for September. All right, so I've been working on Vampire Counts for I guess it's been about a week now. I started working on them when last Musty Wargamer show. These guys right here, I was working on the ghouls, the Varguys, and the crypt horrors that I have here that are on this little group right here. I started working on them in the Musty Wargamer show, and so I got those done just the other day, and since September started, I started working on the stuff back there. All right, so what we have here is my Varguys for my Vampire Counts army. Decided to do a little bit of action here. You can see these guys. A little bit of detail with them. These are 3D printed. It was like looking at the cost it would take to get some of these for my Vampire Counts, and I was like, no way. Everybody thinks they're made of gold now. It's like you're talking 50, 60 bucks to $100 for the old models off eBay. Like, no, not gonna do that. Especially when you can spend a few bucks and get an STL and then print them yourself. They're like, what the heck? So I got 6 of these guys done. I printed off the first, or no, 5 of them. Did the first batch of them, and it's like trying to rank them up after putting them together. And it's like, these don't rank up at all. So the other day I printed off 5 more, so I can stick them in between them, and they rank up good with those. So that's what I started painting on yesterday. So we have these 5 there. Alright, so those are the Varguys. Then we have the Crypt Horrors. There is 6 of them. That's all I could fit on the plate at the time, so I got 6 of these guys. And some good details on them. And once again, it's like 3D printed these. And laser cut bases work pretty decently. Just glue them on there. A little bit of green stuff glued on. Works good. So some decent details. They paint up really easy. Basically, it's a combination of, I was using a base of P3 stuff. You got Trader Greens, the base color for them. And then I put a coat of Thrall flesh over it, over top the green. And then I mix a little bit of Thrall flesh with the Menoth white highlight. So you get that kind of a fleshy tone coming across. So you can see they look dirty, but they work. And this is the leader type of the unit. He's got the big beat stick. Yeah, these guys do a good job of beating things down in the game. So, look pretty good. And then there's basically, after I printed them off, I realized I could have mirrored image these things and had a little bit of different look with all of them. So they could, when you mirror image something, when you print it, you can, like the y-axis, so what's the right side now becomes the left side, so you could go that route. But I didn't do it. It's like, oh yeah, I could have done that. It would have made him look, a little variety to him, but it's all right. So, look all right. Now back here is a combination of, most of these are Games Workshop ghouls that I've had. They got some metal ones. These are second generation metal ones here for ghouls. And I have third generation ghouls here. There's some good details on those, but they're kind of small when you compare them to the, they're really small, itty bitty things when you compare it to the metal ones from Games Workshop. But they put a ton of details into them. And then I have a few Mantic ones in here. These are Mantic ghouls. These are from way back in the day when Mantic really started doing their undead army. So got those. Detail wise, they're like, they get the job done. I have those. Now it's like I meant to do a video before I got started on painting stuff today, or yesterday. It's like when I get into the mood, and then let's put these off this side here. Alright, meant to do a video yesterday, the start of everything. I still have, this is a lot of the prime stuff I got left. I got 40 skeleton warriors here for the vampire counts that I got to do up. If I put them in one big unit, I might throw one of these guys, standard bearers, over to the zombies that I have, which some of them are sitting here, but I got 40 skeletons. I got a Vargoth, 2 of those. All they're doing is primed. I got a print, or not print, but they are prints. These are prints, but I haven't started on them yet. I got 2 corpse carts. They were nothing but primer yesterday, but I started adding paint to them, and I put a wash on them. So they're in the initial stage. I do have some of the flesh tones down on them. Then I got to put some white. Give them that. What is it? Was it lich? Pallid witch flesh. I'm going to put some pallid witch flesh on them. Get them that kind of a pasty color with them, like all the blood's drained out of them. They're dead. Then I got to put the blood effects and the bruised, rotting kind of effects on them too, because you can see they're starting to come apart. They're zombies. And then here's some more zombies here. I have more. I got like 40 zombies I got to paint yet. They're like over there on that table over there by the dragon. So I got to get those going, and I'm thinking about printing off a few more so I can have several units of zombies. They're cheap. They're only like 3 points a piece. They're like goblins when it comes to the game. And I have this it's like a white, not a white, but man, I'm drawing a blank with these guys. I got a bunch of them I gotta paint up too. They're just all primed. This guy was like, he's been primed in kind of a gray, and I'm thinking about what kind of color, how I'm going to go with the color scheme with them. It's the same way with these banshees that I got here. Thinking I painted them gray, and I'm thinking I put some brush and white over them to give some depth, and then I'm thinking of trying out this Hex Wraith flame color to give them some kind of a green color, and then I have some purple and blues, which is I'm drawing a blank here. Dragonhoff Nightshade, and what's the purple? Druchii Violet. There we go. So I'm going to try to do some testing out and do some ghostly effects on these things with these banshees that I got. So that's how far I've gotten with those today. So I got 4 banshees there, and this guy right here, if I can remember it, I'll put it the what you call it, little headliner right there. If I remember, I put that in there. So what that is, I can't remember. And then I have some hex race I got to work on too. Now, this is more of the printed guys. I started working on these yesterday. Since I already worked on them, it's like, you already know it's the same thing, same color scheme, you know, that I was doing with the other models. And once you already got the base down what you want to do, you just like, you can crank these things out really quick. I think I put maybe 2 hours of work into these things already. All these 10 models right here yesterday, and a little bit of work on them today. Today was putting some green around and finishing up the washes and stuff on these things. I think these guys, all I have to do is flock the bases, and I think these will be done. I'll double check, but I think I'm about done with those after about 6 hours work on all those. And I got about maybe half an hour work on these guys in. And it's pretty much you just put the base colors and put some wash and then just start playing around with them. So those corpse carts will be working pretty good. Also, which I need to do with this guy, which is my zombie dragon that I printed out, got it all ready to go. I have to, I do have some 100 by 150 bases that are laser cut bases. I need to get out my Sculpey putty and sculpt up a base for it to put it on, so give it some look like it's standing on some type of terrain. So I have that. And then I have a vampire that fits on the top right here. There's a vampire that goes on that, along with all the accoutrements. You know, it's like you got sword or spear. And then this guy here, there's another oh, here we go. I guess if it helps if you look at it. There's a vampire here, you know, got the head, and he's holding a chalice and a greatsword. So I got that. So that's what's going to be riding on this guy. And I do have another it's a Terrorgeist that I need to print yet. So there's going to be a Terrorgeist for the model. So I'll have a zombie dragon and a Terrorgeist for this army eventually. And right now I have to think about printing off maybe some terrain for some upcoming games that are going to be showed off in an upcoming couple fantasy battles. I want to get some terrain done. So that is pretty much what's going on here on the painting table. Like I got lots of stuff to work on here in the next month. So that's the plan, Stan, for everything. And a little bit of work done yesterday and today. So hopefully I can start working on these guys in the next few days and get on with it. These will be a little bit more work because there's metal and everything on them, you know, so I got to do metal work. Then there's leather work, you know, because they're warriors, skeleton warriors for the vampire counts. So there you go. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Hellcracks out.